Welcome to the G.A.B. This is G.A.B.
They should have never gave you platform.
Now we about to get into the SAF segment. Ooh-wee. And I had to talk about this show right here. Oh, and I cried in one episode. Oh, it was tugging at my heartstring. The Last of Us on HBO Max. Oh, multiple episodes almost had me crying. That's a great show. This is a great show. This was like magnificent. Hold on. Y'all get hand claps, man. God damn, what a great show. So essentially, this is a show that annotate after the Last of Us video game. And the way they did this, they made it more humanized. Because in the video game, you know, you run into people, other humans, you fight them and stuff like that. But the main focus was like the monsters and stuff on the game. You feel me? And the creatures and the infection itself and stuff like that. This, had a human element. Oh my God. You like, good Lord. Apocalyptic ass world, and it's like you living through that, and it's like, oh my God, bro, it was just so incredible. Good Lord. All right, before I get into the plot, you know, I got to give the cast and I got to give the stats. So let me give you the stats first. IMDb gave it a 9 out of 10, while Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 96%. And the people gave it a 92%. Oh my God, we all in cahoots. Oh my God, I would give y'all a hug. A Rotten Tomato hug. IMDb hug. All the people hug. So frick y'all. Y'all, this is a great show. Okay? Magnificent. I'm gonna just give you just the two main characters. Because that was basically what the story was consistent of. And, Bella Ramsey played Ellie, and Pedro Pascal played Joel. And like Bella Ramsey been in Game of Thrones and shit like that. She getting some good roles, you feel me? And Pedro Pascal been in hella stuff too, man. Like these were great actors. Across the board, everybody acted they ass off. Kudos to y'all. This was brilliant. Oh my God, the acting was freaking tight. The game itself, The Last of Us, was a tight ass game too. But usually what happens is when people try to make shows, aka Resident Evil, after games, they F it up. They didn't F it up this time. Great show. Great show. All right, let me hit you in the plot. So the plot is basically an infection, this fungi infection happens, and it affects the whole goddamn world and turns the world into a dystopia. It just decimates the world, and basically the last of times, which goes with the Last of Us. What I did there? No, I didn't like that. That was corny. Oh God, damn. I guess this gonna be the last of SAF segment. You feel me? God damn. My bad, y'all. I shall proceed. But anyway, that's basically what happened. And then you saw it deals with a lot of loss. So Joel, he ended up losing his daughter. His daughter got popped by one of these officers that he actually knew. He knew, bro. They were cool. But like the shit start popping off, and you know the army, they be like, nah, we gotta contain the outbreak. Y'all gotta stay in, contain it. And they were trying to get out, and he popped her. So then Joel killed him. You feel me? And like his brother, which let me tell you who his brother's played by. His brother's named Tommy, and Tommy is played by Gabriel Luna. Damn, bro, look mad different on here. All right, but that was his brother. And so, like, him and his brother got separated, and it was hella years. I think it was like, I want to say like 20 years and stuff. So, you know, he been hella sad about that and just living through this type of world and just so much loss and stuff. And then he meets up like with the Firefly. It goes along with the game. The only thing the difference from this show compared to the game is that they deep dive into certain stories, where in the game it's more of like you get a document and you read it and you read about it. Say for instance, like Bill and Frank, and Bill is played by Nick Offerman, and Frank is played by Murray Bartlett, which in like episode 3 they had their love story. But in the game itself, like Frank is still alive, and he actually he hates Bill to a certain extent, but no, he hates. Is it Bill? No, Bill is still alive, and he hates Frank. And like you see in the note that like they hate he has on each other, but in the show itself, it was like a beautiful love story. You know what I mean? And look, man, if y'all gonna do gayness, I'd rather y'all do it like this. This was beautifully shown. It was beautifully thrown together. It didn't feel forced. You feel me? And it was a part of the game. They were gay. Okay? Beautiful. You know what I mean? And now it's the difference between the show compared to the game. Alright? So, the Fireflies have Ellie, right? And Ellie is like the cure of this, right? She has the cure. She's immune. She got bit, struck. And how you find out about this is one like episode 7 or whatever. And her best friends, and they were lesbian. You feel me? They got into cool hoops with each other and stuff. But they both got attacked by an infected. And Ellie thought she was going to die with her lover best friend. And end up, she didn't die, and she had to murk her. So then she found out she's immune. And now they find out she's immune, and it's like, okay, we have to take her to one of these labs at Salt Lake City or something like that and test her. She has the cure. She is immune. So that was the whole point. They going cross country. And through them going cross country, they meet characters such as Bill and Tommy. And like, look it. This the episode that made me like, oh my God, episode 4. Where they met with Henry and Sam. And Henry is played by Lamar Johnson. And Sam is played by Kevion Montreal. And they're brothers. Henry's the older brother of Sam. And they ended up like Joel and Ellie ended up in Kansas City because they got like the road got blocked off and they had to take a detour. They ended up in Kansas City, and then they had like a Kansas City crew, which was ran by, and she's a great actor too, man. Melina Linsky, man, she played Kathleen. And see, you thought Kathleen was a bad guy, but actually, it's more of like, who's really a bad guy and a good guy on this show? It's all these choices. You know why? Because Caitlyn, her brother ran that section and was killed by Henry because he told the opposing group on them and they murdered him. See this? Like, is she really a bad guy for wanting to kill Henry? I don't think so. Because everybody else would have done the same thing. They'd have been like, nah, bro, I'm avenging my brother's death. So, and like Henry and Sam was part of their crew. So they what you call it? They committed treason. You feel me? They backstabbed. But the reason why Henry backstabbed him is because Sam was sick and he needed medicine from the other crew. So he had to do what he had to do to save his brother. You see, this is so much heartbreak, so much turmoil, so much breaking in. You feel me? So basically, Henry and Sam, like, had Joel and Ellie at gunpoint, but Henry saw Joel kill other members of Caitlyn crew and was like, yo, this is the way we get out. I'm gonna need you to do Joel. And like, the one thing that I liked about this show, and compared to the video game, is that they showed the human element in Joel. In the video game, Joel just keep running. He just powering up. You just get life. You good. Here, they show Joel like having ailments, knee pains, back pains, arm pains, and all types of shit. You feel me? So, essentially, bruh, like they met up and stuff like that, and then like they were trying to get across, and this the reason why I cried, man. You know what I mean? Sam got bit, you feel me? Ellie was making a friend of Sam. Ellie tried to give her blood to Sam because she was like, I'm immune. And Sam still turned. And you know who had to kill him? his own brother Henry. Then he popped himself. God damn. Heartbreak. Yeah, I shedded a tear. And I ain't ashamed that I did it. Damn. And then it proceeds, and then you find out that they get to this one facility in Salt Lake, right? But it's abandoned. You feel me? The hospital's abandoned. So they have to go to another part of like Salt Lake or whatever, because the Fireflies were there, but they're not there no more. And then they reach the facility. And there's other stuff in between that I'm not talking about, where like, Ellie got captured by this one crew. They were like, the preacher was like a religious, but he was a pedophile, and he wanted Ellie for her goodies. You feel me? And then Ellie like had to kill Burr herself, and the whole thing was like Ellie had so much loss and didn't want to be alone and be abandoned. And Joel, he had so much loss and so much abandonment, and like he saw the daughter in Ellie that he had that got murdered and stuff. So man, there's just so much stuff like that. And then what happened is they went and found the facility. And the thing about it, who was played by Marlee Dandridge, man, she looked good as hell in this picture. She played Marlene, and Marlene was best friends with Ellie mom. Ellie mom got scratched up, and she gave birth to Ellie, which was immune because she got I guess whatever the infection is, she got it in her immune system at birth, and that made her immune. But the thing was, man, Joel like figured out that the only way you could get this cure from Ellie is through her brain. So through her brain is the cure, but you have to kill Ellie. And Joel ain't having none of that. You feel me? And then he ended up having to pop Marlene. And then at the very end, and this is how the game stopped too. I think people have problems with it, but if you played the game, it was a sudden stop. Because they're going to make a season 2. And it was already a game 2. And they're going to make a game 3. The Last of Us 3, okay? But it stops, and basically it's like, basically Joel didn't even give Ellie the choice to be like, yo, I actually want to sacrifice myself to make the world better. You feel me? And that's what's going to go along with season 2, and what happened in The Last of Us 2. They start kind of getting in conflict because Ellie started figuring out Joel was lying. And the only thing Ellie wanted is for Joel to tell the truth. Be truthful. Because she's been lied to her in her life a lot. And there's another part where it showed where Joel got murked up by the crew that took Ellie and shit. And she saved Joel's life and was like, I'll be damned if you die on me. Everything I love done passed away. It's died. You feel me? And then at one point Joel was like, no, you got to go with my brother. And she was like, hell no, I'm going with you. I'd rather die with you than live with Tommy. What a goddamn line. Or it was something like it. But yeah. So that's how it ended, man. And so it's gonna be another season. But this was incredible. Everybody acted their ass off. They had great actors. Storyline was heartfelt. It had you thinking like, damn, if I was in this situation, would I do what they did? You probably would. Okay? Man. And I can't wait for season 2. Hell, I can't wait for The Last of Us Game 3, man. Because goddamn, all of this is good. This is the way you do it. This is the way you do it, man. God damn, y'all deserve another hand clap, bro. Y'all deserve another hand clap. That's what I'm talking about. Once again, that was The Last of Us on HBO Max. I highly recommend go watch this. You feel me? If you not ready to cry or feel sad, then don't watch this shit, okay? Because you're gonna most definitely cry and feel sad. God damn, every episode. Man, beautiful, beautiful cinematography. Oh my goodness. And what they're gonna do, what they said in season 2, because in season 1, the lack of the infected and the monsters, because that was very lacking. They were kind of like side pieces, you feel me? Compared to in the game, they were the main thing. So season 2, they said they're gonna incorporate more of that. But the way they had the monsters look, just how it looked in the game, Oh my goodness. Wow. Incredible. Anyway, like I said, I don't encourage you or deter you from watching stuff, but I highly recommend watching this. Okay?